songs are great that way. Rat City, once again, is a guy who's living in poverty and things are not good, but he wants to get out, get out, get out of Rat City, you know. And I heard some musician on an interview years ago say, I'm just trying to get out of Rat City, you know, which means he was trying to get another hit record, you know. But I just thought, when I play it, I still feel that, you know, I want to get out, like I got out of Rat City, you know. My past was very poor in Florida, you know, and we didn't have any money. And I had dreams, but no real plans that things would get better for me, but they did, fortunately. So when I do the songs, you know, I feel that guy again, you know. Yeah, that was me, you know, and I'm not there anymore, but I can relate to him, you know. In This Lifetime was an older song that the Knobs actually used to play a little bit around town in our sets. And it started with the music. It's a very kind of Japanese type music on the guitar. Guitar makes harmonics, and I found where the harmonics were that made a little melody, and that's what that is. And then the words are just kind of romantic, you know, hoping that you'll understand her in this lifetime, because she's complicated. One thing I do like about the technology nowadays, I miss the analog, but the digital stuff does allow you to edit things real fast. And there's a feature on there that says reverse. And you can take any instrument and highlight it and just push a button and boom, it'll play it backwards for you. And on that song, we don't have many keyboards on the record. It's mostly a guitar band, but it was like a folky song. I did that part by myself. And I just went out and noodled a bit on the piano with a few licks. And I was listening to it back, and I thought, well, you know, that's a nice little part there, but it's not, you know, that interesting. What if I turned it backwards? And then I did. Then it kind of went whoop, 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 and it became like a little musical, what do you call it, ear candy thing.
People are hurting. People of all ages. Mother Nature's angry and Cold War wages. Gotta raise your fist. Gotta raise your voices. It's time to make some hard choices.
So that song started out, and as I look back on it, it wasn't conscious, but I think it was kind of a deep down a commentary on the isolation that we're all feeling right now. You know, you got to watch out for your kids and protect them and make some hard choices and raise your voices. I don't know where that came from. It wasn't specific, but as I look back on it now, I think it was a reaction to the pandemic isolation. And so as the song went on, I began to realize that I didn't want to get stuck in that place. And then so it kind of turns into a story, a more personal story about when I did come out to LA. And somehow it just seemed to tie together, it just flowed together. And I like songs that have dark themes, but I don't like them to end on a dark point. So this is a good example of a song that has some, you know, some hard images in it and tough, deeper thoughts, but then it ends on redemption, you know. Hopefully there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you and me, you know. We hope and redemption and love and things like that. And that's the Heartbreakers always try to do that too. If you have a song that's got a, you know, a badass guy in it or whatever, at least at the end, make him turn out to be, you know, the hero. Guitars are very individual and unique. Even the cheaper guitars, it doesn't have to be an expensive guitar. Every guitar you pick up, I've found, cheap or expensive, will have one part in it that's really sweet. There's one spot right here. This is really an interesting sound that only this guitar makes. And the sounds of guitars inspire you, you know. Like if I pick up a Les Paul and I start playing, I say, wow, that feels like Led Zeppelin. I think I'll write a song like that, you know. And so the guitar leads you in a certain direction sometimes. And I love my guitars. I have a lot of them, probably too many, but they're like pieces of art and inspiration for me. And I like paintbrushes, you know. I use them to paint my music, different colors. You know. That's the way I look at it.